trying to learn more, trying to consume more is not going to get you in any better place than what you're currently in right now. A lot of people that tend to be so capitalized in this insecurity of knowledge, insecurity of their actions, insecurity of their own potential, because they always have been, convincing themselves into believing that if they get more information, they will be more productive, right? And you have to come into a realization that you have to attain everything that you can attain right now at this exact position, right? Have you ever asked yourself, okay, I'm collecting all this information, but at the end of the day, am I really taking the right actions? Am I actually purposely, finding intentions into finding what I really want to do? Or do you simply just, gaslighting yourself, thinking that getting more information or seeking more information from this mentor or trying to read more books is going to get you in any further position than what you're currently in right now? Don't get me wrong. Don't take this video as a wrong idea that, learning is bad. It's not bad at all, right? But what I'm saying is just that we need to capitalize on how to be productive right now, right? We just because you receive more information does not mean you will get better at it, right? It's just experience, it's just information that you could use, right? It does not mean it doesn't change anything. Even if, bro, I can tell you a difference, right? Who you are right now with the information that you have right now, or the information, if you were to have the information like in a week later, there would be no exact two differences between those two, other than him knowing, other than the other one who has been receiving more information. Either him gets more information, but if you were to start doing, both of y'all was to start doing the same thing, y'all will be in the same position, bro. Because it doesn't come into an extraction of information, it becomes an extraction of action, right? It becomes into a, it doesn't become into an alternative situation where you need to start, you start procrastinating, or typically enough you start becoming this person that it's just thinking, bro. It's just thinking, and it doesn't come into a solution, doesn't come to execute what he wants to have a solution for, right? And a lot of people talk about, quantum jump. A lot of people talk about ideas. A lot of people talk about self entities. But all those three concepts, they all run through the same thing, bro. When you quantum jump into a different position that you want to be in, you're not you're not like, putting yourself in a higher position or a higher elevated consciousness. You're still gonna be you, right? Because if when you quantum jump, you're moving to another essence. You're not moving to a different essence. You're just transferring your own self image that you want to present, and now you're taking action on that self image. You know what I mean? You're not jumping into a different identity. You're still gonna be yourself, bro. You still have to be yourself. You just have to start implementing your own self image and the actions. And this is what I mean, that there's never a time where you don't know too much, bro. There's never a time where you need to learn more. You already have everything. You already know everything, right? It's just a matter of you, truly enough taking action, right? But not only that, right? You also have to express your self image, right? And action doesn't revolve around whatever you do. It revolves around how you see yourself doing that action, right? Let's say, for example, you want a career promotion. If you already saw yourself getting that career promotion, then your actions will align with that. Your confidence will align with that. Your expressions will align with that. There shouldn't be a thinking thought. There shouldn't be a process of you, oh, I need to learn more about this. I need to study more. No, you already know, right? A lot of people don't realize that our own self knowing information is much more powerful than that we ignore it about it, right? We tend to ignore the fact about us. We know more than trying to learn about ourselves or just simply about anything, right? And I love talking about this because a lot of people ask me or just simply like coming to a conclusion where they believe that if they read more books, they'll become a different person. No, that's not true, bro. Of course, you could take action and information that you know, you read or you consume. But at the end of the day, if you don't see yourself living in a desired reality right now, then there's really no difference between if you start implementing that information right now or, trying to become a different person. Because if you feel like you're not in a position that you already living in your desired reality, then you're already lost, right? It's like what I'm trying to refer is that you're contradicting yourself by trying to be somewhere, but then right now at the present moment you don't feel like you're valued enough to be in that moment, because either because you feel like you're lacking information, you're lacking experience, and it comes into a horrible unfortunate wave where now you start believing yourself like, damn, this is bullshit, like why am I doing this for, right? And you never want to come into the conclusion. All your convictions, all your beliefs have to be strictly between whatever you want and you desire reality and everything that aligns with those connections, right? You don't have to start focusing on what you think you're living through. No, start thinking higher of that. Start thinking of your as your desired reality, right? So, like I mentioned, start living as if you're already living your own desired reality. Express a self image, right? Do not worry. Do not falter. Do not fold under pressure, bro. There's no such thing as pressure. The only thing that you're thinking about pressure or worrying about that is the fact that you believe that, all these things can bring you down. Which, if you're already living in the own desired reality, then why would those things bring you down? That doesn't make any sense, right? You see how like, you see how like most of the things that you're putting attention into doesn't really matter at all. Like doesn't really align with who you are, with who you truly are. Exactly. And a lot of people are like a lot of people are really 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 deeply programmed into thinking themselves that even if they were to think as if they're living on this our reality, nothing is gonna change. But that self belief, that simple belief, would just alternate everything, bro. It would just stop you from everything, right? And now you can even achieve anything. Now you can really go full access on the things that you mainly want to change, because that certain belief, bro, is so fucking powerful that it's making you less powerful. It's lowering all your fucking potentiality. It's weakening all your five those senses that can consciously change everything, bro. And your five those senses is your perspective, right? Your mind, your perceptions, your self image, and your frequency, bro. Which basically frequency is the farthest name, but you know what I'm talking about. It's about the expression, bro. It's about the alignment, and it's about your frequency. That belief can alternative your frequency so fucking bad, bro. It can take you to the wrong direction that you might actually start believing that you can't make it. And that belief, bro, is the horrible, like most unfortunate belief that you can even be convinced on, because once you really give a truth within that reality, bro, within that belief, sorry, you exactly with the same motives that you had before are not gonna be extravagant into servicing you at all. So this is what I mean. If you were living in your own desired reality, you wouldn't be worrying about the same shit you're worried about right now. You wouldn't even be thinking about it. You wouldn't even be putting attention into. You really, 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 really wouldn't be like consciously even be aware of it, right? But that is the key, right? The key is knowing what we want, right? Having the true faith, right? And keeping that consciousness alive, bro. Keeping that alive alignment, bro. Keeping it alive. And that's about it. That's how you start like really, really like manifesting, bro. That's how you really start like shifting everything. And you're not really quantum jumping. You're not really changing into a different person. You just know what you want. You're so convinced on what you want, and that's basically what I wanted to say. And this video is just about people who think that they need more information, they need more time. Fuck that, bro. You don't need none of that, because if you already live in your own desired reality right now, then with your own and that image, right, of your own desired reality, if you were positioned in there, right, would you still be asking yourself the same question? Would you still be telling yourself, nah, I need more time, bro? Hell no, you would have done it a long ass time. You would have been done with it by then. So extrapolate that. There's no such thing as the future. The time doesn't exist, right? Time doesn't exist. Time travel consciously. Put yourself in that position already mentally. And bro, everything's gonna change. But yeah, it's been Fredo Saga. Uh, you guys also subscribe, like the video. Y'all go follow me on TikTok, and also I got Instagram, so that's you check me out there. All right, peace.